4 locations to meet your needs. CPI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus, fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible.
Check, check. Mic check.
Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CPI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CPI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems.
Yeah, that's some expensive print right there. Yeah.
Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus, fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. with 2 locations, 2144
is it
West
Gavin
Crawford and
Siebold?
2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store, now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Plant Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckatc.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store, now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Plant Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckatc.edu. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in north central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in north central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to this broadcast of Eagle TV. I am Connor Geese. Brian Dennett and David Hawksworth are my producers and cameraman for this night's matchup between the 5-0 Abilene Cowboys and the 3-2 Clay Center Tigers. Abilene comes in sporting a 5-0 record so far on the season. They are led by head coach Steve Simpson. Clay Center at 3-2, led by head coach Todd Rice. This should be a great matchup. It's a great rivalry here in the state of Kansas and a beautiful night for Friday Night Lights here in Kansas. Clay Center in a dark orange with black numerals and a black stripe on the arm, and Abilene supporting some very sharp all white and orange uniforms. Abilene will be kicking off to start this game. Clay Center will receive. Hardly any wind. Beautiful night. Great temperatures for some football here tonight in Clay Center, Kansas. Their football field's a little bit off campus from their high school. A little bit of a drive down the road, but a beautiful venue for some football here tonight. Kicking off for Abilene is number 25, Hunter Sprouse. One lone back for Clay Center. The kick is not very deep. It'll go to the up back. Up the middle and taken down is Hunter Mullen. He's taken down at about the 26-yard line.
Hunter Mullen taken down on the play by number 83,
Bryce Reichman on the tackle for Abilene. So Clay Center will come out for offense first. They're led by quarterback Cade Wallace. Running a wishbone set, and a flag on the play. Encroachment is the call on Abilene. Defensive end on the outside jumped a little bit early on the motion that was by Clay Center, so Clay Center will get their first drive started with a 5-yard penalty. Cade Wallace lines up under center once again. His team gets the sign. And a fake handoff up the middle. Wallace will keep it, and he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Forward progress will take him to the line of scrimmage, but no farther, and that will bring up 2nd and 5.
Wallace. Brought down by number 30, Parker O'Neal.
If you watch collegiate football, this is the same offense that the Naval Academy runs. A lot of motion, a lot of misdirection, and a lot of running the football. In motion once again. Fake handoff up the middle. Pitch to the outside. Mullen around the corner. He's got the first down and about 5 yards more. Finally pushed out of bounds by number 5, Ryan Wilson. Hunter Mullen got around the corner on the end-around pitch for 10 yards and a first down. So 1st and 10 now at the 45. Wallace once again under center. Motion back behind again, and another flag. Abilene cannot stay set. Sam Burt has been the culprit both times for Abilene, the defensive end on the far side, and he's going to be taken out, and they're going to talk to him a little bit. Watch the ball. It's probably what his coach is going to tell him. Wallace and this Clay Center offense get the sign once again as they move another 5 yards without any play. And Mullen around the end plows over a defender and falls forward for another first down on the tackle. Number 26, Dominic Campbell, and number 81, Gabe Prater. Clay Center, for being a running team, does not take a lot of clock time. Fake pitch on the end around, drops back to pass over the middle, intercepted. Abilene running the other way. Free pass down to the 40, 30, 20, being chased down. Breaks a tackle down to the 5, inside the 4-yard line, and taken out at the 3 is where his foot will come out of bounds. And that's number 35, Parker Bass, on a large interception and return. The first pass play of the game gets returned for 57 yards down to the 3-yard line by Parker Bass. So Abilene is going to start their first drive with excellent field position, to say the least. Ball on, moved it back to the 4-yard line. Ball on the 4-yard line right now. And Coach Steve Simpson is going to call a timeout. A little bit of confusion on the offensive end for Abilene. But nonetheless, they have the ball on the 4-yard line and 4 downs to work with now to get into the end zone after the huge interception. Wallace dropped back to pass for the first time all game after 4 consecutive run plays. Tried to throw it over the middle, and Bass was just sitting there waiting for that ball. Got a couple key blocks, and he was down the sideline and off to the races. He was finally chased out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And that's where we stand right now. Abilene trying to talk it over right now, figure out what they're going to do offensively to try to get the ball in the end zone. Clay Center is looking for a huge stop, as this would be an early grab of momentum at the 10-minute mark in the first quarter for Abilene. Almost a pick six, and if they can get in on this first play, that would be huge for Abilene. Quarterback Ryan Wilson in the power I formation. 2 receivers split out, 1 receiver split out to either side. Handoff up the gut, goes nowhere. Ball carrier is Parker O'Neill.
Brought down by number 71, Jonathan Kramer-Rainbolt.
Clay Center converged on that very well. Ryan Wilson getting the call in from the sideline once again. Ball still on the 4-yard line. Moved back just a little bit in between the 4 and the 5-yard line now. Power I formation once again here inside the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Hand off to the fullback. Powers forward for a few yards. Parker Bass once again.
Ball carried on the play by number 35, Parker Bass. Gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 3.
So 3rd and 3 from the 3. If Clay Center can get a stop here, that would be huge for their offense and defense. This time, Wilson comes out in the pistol. Bass to his right, and O'Neill back behind him. Fake handoff, and Wilson is going to waltz into the end zone almost untouched for an Abilene touchdown. Abilene takes an early lead, 8.5 to go here in the first quarter, and it's 6-0, and they will come out with a field goal unit now. Hunter Sprouse, same man that does kickoffs, will do the honors here for the PAT. Good hold, good kick, and it's up and good. So 7-0, Abilene takes the lead here against Clay Center early on. And we will get a check of your sponsors here tonight for this game between Abilene and Clay Center. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything, with 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th in Salina. An overhead door company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. And also Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina, quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. So after a huge interception by Parker Bass and this Abilene defense, they got the ball down to the 4-yard line. They managed to punch it in on 3 plays and take a 7-0 lead here against Clay Center with 8.5 to go. Back deep is Caleb Mindham. for Clay Center. Peyton Lane and Hunter Mullen are the upbacks on this kickoff. Spruce's kick goes to Mullen once again, and he is stuck at the 25-yard line. A huge collision right there. The Abilene kick team did a very good job of covering all lanes. Mullen had nowhere to go. And that is where Clay Center will take over. 1st and 10, ball at their own 25-yard line. So Cade Wallace and company will be looking for a better outcome than the last drive, which ended in an interception. Gets the sign. Motion from the far side. Handoff right up the gut. He's got a crease up the middle. That's Fitzenmeyer. Levi Fitzenmeyer all the way up. 16-yard gain. First down for Clay Center. Fitzenmeyer found a crease, and he took it all the way down across the 40-yard line, and good for a first down for Clay Center. Adam Ebert is the far side running back. Fitzenmeyer behind Wallace, and Griggs is on the near side. No motion that time, straight. Oh, fake handoff, and around the end. That's Adam Ebert. Carry for 3 yard lines up to the 3 yards up to the 45-yard line.
3 yards on the play brings up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers.
Wallace looking for the signal from head coach Todd Rice. Clay Center comes set. Motion from the far side. Handoff right up the middle. Fitzenmeyer breaks a tackle. He's got a crease. Tries to make a cutback and slips and falls, but it's good for a first down up to the 45-yard line of Abilene.
9 yards on the play. Good for the Tiger.
Fitzenmeyer has done all of the offense so far on this drive. He's got 2 first downs on 2 carries, both of them for over 9 yards. The last one just for 9 yards. The first one for 17. Cade Wallace gets the signal, relays it to his team, comes set once again. Griggs half-step motion. Ebert around the end. He's got a little bit of a crease, makes a little bit of a hurdle move, and falls to his back to the 30-yard line. Good for another first down for Clay Center. 15 yards on that carry by Adam Ebert. Clay Center moving the ball very well on this drive. They've had 5 plays, and they have marched 45 yards from the start of this drive just with run plays. I think if you're Coach Rice, you're trying to avoid a pass play right now. The run game is working. Handoff up the middle, Fitzenmeyer. This time he's stuffed after a gain of maybe 1. And they are going to give him 1 on the gain, forward progress.
Ball carried on the play by number 21, Levi Fitzenmeyer. Brought down on the play by number 30, Parker O'Neal for the Cowboys.
Parker O'Neal and base in for the tackle for Abilene on that play. Wallace once again relays the play. Everybody's wearing a wristband for Clay Center. Comes set. No motion this time. Fake handoff to Fitzenmeyer. Wallace is going to keep it himself up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles and falls forward for another first down. Clay Center, a lot of misdirection and a lot of forward progress on this drive so far. Cade Wallace kind of shaking his leg out a little bit after that last tackle, stretching it out a little bit as well. And he'll come set once again, wasting no time. No flag this time as Griggs went in motion once again from the near side. Clay Center sets back up. Motion from the other side. Ebert this time. Around the end. All the way down to the 5-yard line goes Ebert, and there's a flag thrown in from the far side of the field. Great end-around play that time by Clay Center. Ebert got a crease and went all the way to the 5-yard line. Personal foul, face mask against Abilene. So that's just going to help Clay Center, and it should move the ball half the distance to the goal. So the ball will be placed on the 3-yard line for Clay Center here as they have marched all the way down from the 25-yard line here on this drive. Clay Center moving the ball very effectively. 7-0 here. Abilene with the lead. 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. Still have yet to see Abilene's offense in the open field. They started on the 4-yard line for their first drive. Griggs in motion back to the far side, trying to get another encroachment call, and this time Wallace just keeps it. Quarterback sneak up the middle, and they're going to mark him just a hair short. Got to almost the goal line. Parker Bass and Parker O'Neill there to shut down that run attempt right there by Wallace. So it will be second and goal from the inch-yard line.
Gain of 1 brings up second and 1 for the Tigers.
Cade Wallace comes set once again. Abilene in very tight. Fake handoff up the middle. Wallace keeps it around the end. Touchdown, Clay Center. Cade Wallace falls in from 1 yard out. And now it is 6-7. Just about 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Peyton Lane to be the place kicker for the PAT here for Clay Center, trying to tie this ball game up. Bit of a high snap and a low kick right off the crossbar. No good. 6-7 is your score. Abilene still holds on to a lead by 1 here, but a great drive by Clay Center all the way from the 25-yard line. 75 yards all the way into the end zone, did nothing but run the ball, and that appears to be the method of success for Clay Center in this ball game. And we're going to get to see this Abilene offense in action after this kickoff here. But first, let's get another check of your sponsors here for Eagle TV. First Bank Kansas, making banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Bob's Pawn Shop in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. And Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki Land Pride and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full-service shop located on 632 South Ohio in Salina. So far, a good game here between Clay Center and Abilene. 7-6 is your score. 4:42 to go here in the first quarter. Peyton Lane to kick off for Clay Center. Kick goes to about the 8-yard line. Up the middle and just past the 25-yard line to about the 27.
That ball returned by number 26, Dominic Campbell.
And that return was by Dominic Campbell for Abilene.
And he will bring it to the Cowboys' 28-yard line, 1st and 10.
Ball out to the 28, 1st and 10 from there for Abilene and quarterback Ryan Wilson. Up the middle. And that is
Ball carried by number 5, Ryan Wilson.
Ryan Wilson kept it that time. Up the middle, and a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. Wilson comes out once again. Line up in a pistol. O'Neal behind him, base to his right. Takes a snap. Hand off to O'Neal right up the middle. He's got a crease across the middle, across the 50. Down. It's a race. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Abilene. All the way from the 34-yard line. Parker O'Neal, 67 yards for an Abilene Cowboy touchdown. Right up the middle, and nothing Clay Center could do about that one. He broke one tackle, and he was home free right up the gut for 67 yards. And Abilene scores quickly. 2 plays and a touchdown. And the kick by Spruce is good. 14-6 with 3:41 to go here in the first quarter. Abilene has scored twice. So Abilene needed but 2 plays to get into the end zone. Ryan Wilson got him 5 on the first play, and then Parker O'Neal takes it all the way to the house from 67 yards out and finds his way into the end zone for another Abilene score here in the first quarter. 3:41 to go, 14-6 is your score, and Clay Center's got to answer once again now. Hunter Spruce to kick off once again. He's had short kicks all game long. They've been going to the up back in Hunter Mullen. We'll see if he can get a little more leg into this one. Clay Center started off with pretty good field position on both their drives. So Spruce to kick off once again, and this one gets a little bit more distance on it. Looking to go up the middle, and does, is Caleb Munden.
Ball returned by number 20, Caleb Mendham, brought down by a gang of Cowboys.
And a host of Cowboys on the tackle there, out to the 31-yard line, and that's where Clay Center will start this drive. 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Clay Center's going to look to move down the field just like they did on their last drive. They went 75 yards the last drive on the ground. Took some time off the clock. And a fumble, bad pitch right there, and Abilene recovers in the backfield. Miscommunication there by Clay Center, and Abilene gets their 2nd takeaway of the game.
Fumble recovered by the Cowboys, brings up 1st and 10.
Now bring up 1st and 10. Once again, very good field position after a takeaway, and they start this drive on Clay Center's 27-yard line. Ryan Wilson and company will come back out once again for another drive. This one, another short drive. He's got Bass and O'Neal in the backfield with him. Fake handoff, drops back to pass. Wilson has to roll out to his left. He's going to tuck it and run. He makes a move around the end, gets a great block on the outside, runs over a defender, and he gets down to the 7-yard line. A great end-around run by Ryan Wilson right there. On the tackle, Caleb Mendham. But that tackle was not without pain as Ryan Wilson ran right through him and got down to the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal once again for Abilene as they are looking to punch another one in here in a very short amount of time. They needed 2 plays on their last drive. This is the 2nd play here again as they come out in the I formation. Bass and O'Neal in the backfield behind Wilson, who's under center. And he'll hand it off to O'Neal. Makes a hurdle move, still turning his legs, won't quite get into the end zone, but he gets down to about the 4-yard line. And Abilene moving the ball very effectively once again here on this drive on the ground. Wilson dropped back to pass. Nobody open, went around the end. Great show of his legs right there. And field vision to really get down the field, know where he needed to go. He also got a great block on the outside by Michael Aguano. Once again, I formation, handoff right up the middle. And let's see where they mark him. He dove across, and they're going to say he's short. Didn't quite make it into the end zone on the dive.
Ball carried again by number 30, Parker O'Neal. Another 3-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Parker O'Neal got 3 yards on that one. Ball on the 1-yard line. Abilene really looking to get into the end zone here. Clay Center has had a lot of trouble stopping them on the ground. Good matchup down the road. 2 5-0 teams between Southeast of Saline and Beloit High School. Southeast of Saline takes an early lead with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter on a very long pass play. 8-0. Southeast Saline leads that. Great battle in the NCAA league here in Kansas. Just down the road in Gypsum, Kansas. 2 5-0 teams going at it. And we've got a great one here as well, as Abilene will come out in a wishbone formation. Handoff around the end, waltzes into the end zone, is Parker O'Neal, and that's another score, 20-6. Now the score with 1.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So Hunter Spruce will come on for another PAT here in the first quarter. See if Abilene can extend their lead here to 21-6 with 1.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Flags on the play, blown dead. Spruce just kind of pooch kicked it to the end zone. And they're going to call encroachment here on Clay Center. So Spruce will get a re-kick here. After the penalty declined, we'll kick it once again from the 10-yard line instead of moving up a little bit. Kick is up, and this one is no good. Spruce misses it wide left, and that makes it 20-6. So 2 missed PATs here in this game, one by Clay Center and one by Abilene now, as the score moves to 20-6 with 1.5 minutes here to go in the first quarter. Abilene moving the ball effectively on the ground. Clay Center also moving the ball effectively on the ground when they can keep it. They have 2 turnovers now that have now led to 13 points for Abilene. Abilene has done a very good job of executing off turnovers. So Clay Center is going to have to find a way to hold on to the ball, because they proved when they do, they can get into the end zone. So Hunter Spruce getting the ball set once again. Clay Center has yet to break huddle, and they will now, and they will give the same 3 back. Caleb Mendham deep back. Hunter Mullen on the near side up back, and far side up back is Peyton Lane. This Clay Center team got some speed, but Hunter Spruce is not giving them very much to work with, as he gives another very short kick. This one dies at the 25, and Mendham has to pick this one up, and he gets upended at the 26-yard line. And that is where Clay Center will take over.
Tigers will take it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Clay Center comes out once again, this time looking to get in the end zone to try to cut this back to just a one-score lead for Abilene. But they've got a hold on to the ball. They've got an interception and a fumble that Abilene have taken over on. Both of them have given Abilene very good field position. Cade Wallace comes under center once again, and fake handoff up the middle. Ebert tries to go around the end, and he is tackled by Parker Bass.
Taking the ball for the Tigers is number 25.
In the backfield, loss of 5. So 2nd and 15 now for Clay Center.
Loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 for the Tigers.
Wallace moves Griggs in motion, handoff right up the middle to Fitzmeyer. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and a little bit more. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8 now.
Number 21, Levi Fitzmeyer. Brought down on the play by number 35, Parker Bass.
Parker Bass and Parker O'Neill really the anchors for this Abilene defense as they have gotten a host of tackles to their name so far. Abilene is running a 4-4. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 2 corners, and a lone free safety. In motion, Ebert around the end. Fitzenmeyer gets the handoff up the middle, and he's going to get across the line to gain for a first down for Clay Center. Gain of 9.
Number 21, Levi Fitzenmeyer.
And with 8 seconds to go here, Clay Center has moved the ball just enough to keep the drive alive going into the second quarter, and they're just going to let the clock tick down to the end of the first quarter. Your score is 20-6. Abilene is taking advantage on 2 turnovers by Clay Center, and we will take just a short break here on Eagle TV.
910 KINA Coffee Talk. Of course, they've got all kinds of waste and fraud in Washington, D.C. There's so much of it, I can't even keep up with it.
Yeah, I think what we ought to go up there and take a magic marker and go through it line by line and get rid of it.
Magic marker? They're going to be a huge magic marker. My gosh, we gave out millions of dollars worth of bonuses to people at the Internal Revenue Service who don't pay their taxes themselves.
I'd like to be able to find a job where I could do that, and they're going after us.
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't get any better.
5 p.m. and the Girls Golf Regionals held at Topeka, 9 a.m. Tuesday, October 11th, volleyball is here versus Abilene. It's senior night, 5:15 p.m. On Thursday, October 13th, cross country, NCKL meet in Concordia held at 4 p.m. And Friday, October 14th, football is here versus Chapman at 7.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Eagle TV, I'm Connor Geese here, along with Brian Dennett and David Hawksworth, my producer and cameraman for this game of Eagle TV between Clay Center and Abilene. Abilene with a very effective first quarter, taking advantage of 2 turnovers by Clay Center. They got into the end zone on both of them. They have 20 after 1 missed PAT. Clay Center has a scoring drive of 75 yards so far and 2 turnovers with a missed PAT. 6 is their score total. 20-6, Abilene with the lead. And we are about to get started with the second half. Wallace moves Griggs in motion around the end. He's got a lane. He's got some speed. He has to make a move, cut back, and he trips over his own man. And Anthony Atkins Inking still good for a first down for Clay Center. Moves straight to the 50-yard line. And another 1st and 10 around the end is Riley Griggs on that last play. Cade Wallace comes set again. Griggs in motion once again. And just trying to draw Abilene offsides once again. We'll get a play call here. And the back ref starts counting. In motion is Ebert. Handoff up the middle. Fitzenmeyer breaks 1 tackle and falls forward for 5 yards. And that brings up 2nd and 5. And Parker O'Neill and Parker Bass, who else for Abilene to get a tackle. And they bring down Fitzenmeyer. Wallace looking to the sideline, getting the signal. Everybody checks their wristband to find the play. Fake handoff up the middle. Pitch out. Griggs around the end. He's got another first down.
And the pitch is complete to number 27, Riley Griggs.
Griggs moves to the 32-yard line, and another first down.
13 yards on the play.
On a tackle, number 34, Logan Iguano. Clay Center moving the ball this time. Down inside the 35-yard line for Abilene. Quarterback Cade Wallace calling out the play at the line of scrimmage. In motion, Griggs. Another pitch out to Griggs. He's got a lot of lead blockers this time. He's around the end. Breaks, spin move, down to the 15, and he's taken out at the 15. Parker Bass once again, and Cooper Wickoff for Abilene bring him down to the 15-yard line. 18-yard gain. And Clay Center moves the ball once again for another first down around the end with Riley Griggs. Big speed option play, power option play by Clay Center. Gave Griggs a huge lane to run, and Ebert moves around the end, handoff up the middle of Fitzenmeyer. He's stuck at the line of scrimmage at the 15-yard line.
Ball carried by number 21 for the Tigers. Lead by Fitzenmeyer. Stood up on the play by number 30, Parker O'Neill.
Parker O'Neill makes the tackle for Abilene. 2nd and 10 for Clay Center. 10 minutes and the clock is running here to go in the first half. 20-6 is your score. Abilene with the lead. And a pitch out, fumbled once again, and Abilene's on it again. Abilene with another fumble recovery. Clay Center had a very promising drive going, and a bad pitch leads to another turnover for Clay Center, and Abilene will take over on the turnover at the 17-yard line of their own.
We'll bring up 1st and 10 on their own 17-yard line.
First and 10 for Abilene and company. Ryan Wilson to head this offense once again. Parker O'Neill and Parker Bass in the backfield with him in the pistol. He takes the handoff. He's got Bass lead blocking for him. Wilson gets around the end, spins through one tackle, and gains about 7 yards down to the 25-yard line.
Ball carried by number 5, Ryan Wilson. Brought down on the play by number 25, Adam Ebert. Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 for the Cowboys.
Both these teams like to run the ball, and both teams have ran the ball very effectively. Clay Center has just been riddled with turnovers. Pistol formation once again. Bass moves out, lead blocking for an option. Pitch out to O'Neill, gain of about 1-2 yards. Still not enough for the first down, but a solid gain.
Parker O'Neill brought down on the play by number 51, Brandon Loder. No gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 3 for the Cowboys.
I formation this time for Wilson. He hands it off to O'Neill. Can't get anywhere. He's tackled in the backfield. And that'll bring up 4th down. Clay Center converged very well on that play. O'Neill couldn't get anywhere. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. And the punt unit is going to come on for Abilene. The first punt we've seen all night. And going back for Clay Center is Peyton Lane. and Caleb Mendham. Snaps up, and here's the punt. It's going to go back over to Mendham. He makes the reception and tries to cut up the middle, makes a couple moves, still on his feet, finally brought down. I think he might have fumbled it. Abilene looks like he fumbled it, and they're coming up with the ball. Mendham tried to make a move. He brought the ball away from his body, trying to inch forward for a couple more yards, and the officials are talking this over. Cade Wallace doesn't like what he's hearing. And they're going to say it's Abilene ball after a fumble, and just when you think that Clay Center got a stop for against Abilene, they went and fumbled the punt, and now Abilene once again is going to move the ball forward off a turnover for Clay Center. So 4 turnovers now, 3 fumbles, and 1 interception for Clay Center, and Abilene has recovered all of them. So once again, in the pistol formation is Ryan Wilson. We're going to have a timeout here. Timeout Clay Center, first time out of the half. And we will get another check of your sponsors here. Go Pro Faster with North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills and high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Your career begins at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web at www.salinatech.edu. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway in Salina. Clay Center has had very promising looks for drives so far in this game, and they have just came up short with with turnovers in very, very poor spots. And Abilene has taken advantage of all of them. Abilene has scored on every turnover. This one is the one that they have not scored on yet, but they just got the ball back. Well, they actually had 2 turnovers. They originally got the ball off a fumble on a missed pitch, and then they had to punt, and then the punt return was fumbled by Clay Center. Abilene took over right where they have the ball now, 1st and 10. Ball at the Clay Center 44-yard line, and Ryan Wilson comes set in the pistol. Bass and O'Neal in the backfield with him. He drops back a pass, has to roll out once again, tries to avoid pressure, and he's going to be upended and dropped back behind the line of scrimmage. A very, very hefty tackle, and the official has to break up a little bit of a scrum here, as that was a very solid wrestling takedown more than anything. Clay Center getting after it now defensively after that timeout, and the crowd is getting into it here for Clay Center. Very good tackle right there, gang tackle for Clay Center. In on the tackle, Gavin Ware was the original one to make contact, and then Hunter Mullen came in and finished him off. The first time Ryan Wilson has been dropped in the backfield tonight, and this time Clay Center, or Abilene, will come out with 3 receivers on the far side, one of the near running back in the backfield. He pitches it to the strong side on the far side of the field and dropped for a gain of 3. Clay Center really getting after it defensively now. They are very, very aggressive in swarming the ball. I think that's gonna be what helps them to stop this Abilene attack. So Ryan Wilson will come out once again. I formation. Bass and O'Neal behind him. 2 receivers. Split out. Trying with a hard count here. Clay Center not biting. Great discipline by Clay Center. And Ryan Wilson is going to have to burn another timeout. just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. 6-20 is the score. Clay Center trails Abilene here, and Clay Center's defense has taken it up to the next level here on this drive since the punt fumble recovery by Abilene. They have swarmed the ball very aggressively, and they have taken down Ryan Wilson very hard, and they also drove Parker O'Neill out of bounds very hard. Clay Center really getting active. The last timeout must have done them something very good, because they came out and it looked like a completely different ball team out there after that timeout than it did on the play before. Abilene also still looking to do the same thing. They're trying to run the ball. They're trying to pass the ball. They're trying to keep it balanced, and Clay Center has had an answer. The coaching staff here for Clay Center has called a very effective game. Just a couple mistakes by players and missed tackles have led to 2 of the touchdowns for Abilene. Abilene comes out of the timeout here. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. O'Neill in the backfield in the shotgun formation is Ryan Wilson. Clay Center showing blitz. And they will blitz. Dump pass right to, that's Parker Bass in the backfield. And they finally bring him down after a gain of about 10 yard lines.
Dump pass complete to number 35, Parker Bass.
Parker Bass on the reception on the little shovel pass.
Tackle on the play by number 16, Anthony Atkinson Enneking. 9 yards on the play.
Atkinson Enneking on the tackle.
Cowboys.
And Abilene will come out and punt once again. Clay Center has to find a way to hold on to the ball. And the punt's up, and this is a deep punt into the end zone, so don't have to worry about a return here. It'll be a touchback, and Clay Center will take over after the punt. It looked like Clay Center was in a world of hurt once again after fumbling the punt return, but a strong defensive stand against this Abilene offense forces another punt, and this one by Bass goes all the way out the back of the end zone. And Clay Center will start their drive on their own 20-yard line. Cade Wallace and company back out for another offensive series after being on the sideline for a while. 5:07 to go here in the first half. Your score is still 20-6. Abilene with the lead. Handoff up the middle, Fitzenmeyer, and he's going to twist and turn for about 3 yards.
Ball carried by number 21, Levi Fitzenmeyer. Taken down on the play by number 35, Parker Bass. 3 on the play, brings out 2nd and 7 for the Tigers.
Parker Bass and Parker O'Neill have just been outstanding defensively for Abilene. They have a lot of their tackles sitting in those middle linebacker positions in this 4-4 defense. Shifted over far side are the linebackers. Handoff up the middle once again. Fitzenmeyer twists and turn and falls down across the 30-yard line to the 33. First down, Clay Center.
Fitzenmeyer. 11 yards on the play. Good for a Tiger.
11-yard gain for Clay Center. And Abilene moving to a 4-3 with O'Neill in the middle linebacker position. He has 2 safeties now. In motion, Mullen around the end. Cuts around the corner. He's got a little bit of a crease, and he's going to get a first down.
By number 7, Hunter Mullen. Brought down the play by number 3, Trey Horner. 10 yards on the play. Good for a Tiger.
So Clay Center moving the ball effectively once again. They move the ball very effectively. It's just been a matter of holding on to the ball to try to get in the end zone. Griggs fakes motion once again, and a pitch into around Mullen. Mullen gets smoked by Parker O'Neill.
Ball carried again by number 7, Hunter Mullen. Brought down on the play by number 30, Parker O'Neill. 5 yards
Clock
on the play,
stops at
second
3:22
Tigers.
as he was shoved out of bounds at the 49-yard line on their side of the 50. 2nd and 6 for Clay Center. Wallace shouting out signals to his receivers. Griggs in motion, handoff, Fitzenmeyer up the middle. He's got a crease, got a great block up the middle across the 45, almost down to the 40. Good for another first down. Fitzenmeyer has been very effective in this run game. Just continues to move down the field. Fitzenmeyer very hard to bring down in the backfield. Wallace comes set with his offense once again. Very tight formation. Pitch out, far side. Gets one block, gets another block, and he's taken down at the 35-yard line. Adam Ebert, the carrier on that play, just past the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
8 yards on the play.
Ryan Wilson comes up from his safety spot to make the tackle. That end around and middle run mix has been very effective for Clay Center here so far tonight. They still trail, however, 6-20. Looking to get in the end zone here before halftime as the clock under 2:14. Handoff once again up the middle. Fitzenmeyer twisting and turning across the 30. Another first down for Fitzenmeyer.
Number 21, Levi Fitzenmeyer. 5 yards on the play. Good for a Tiger.
So 2:05 and running. And we're going to have an official timeout here for some equipment as Parker O'Neill has to tie his shoe after that last play. Fake handoff up the middle. Misdirection pitch. Ebert makes a move down to the 20-yard line. And they're going to give him another first down. Great misdirection that time. Fitzenmeyer went up the middle on the other side. Ebert came around the end and received a pitch. And got a 12-yard gain. Logan Iguano, the one to shove him out of bounds. At the 18-yard line as Clay Center, with 1:41 to go, is looking to find their way into the end zone. They've been in this position before down on their side of the field, and they fumbled it on a bad pitch. So we'll see if they can clean up the turnovers. That's going to have to be a key at the halftime speech for Clay Center here when we go to the break. Fitzenmeyer up the middle gets a gain of 2. And we'll have another timeout here. Clay Center's going to call a timeout and try to talk this over, figure out a way to get in the end zone here. We will get a check of your sponsors once again. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 785-493-2394. CTI John Deere is your agriculture, commercial, and consumer dealer in north central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere leads in their field. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you'll get your best service possible. Clay Center trying to get into the end zone right here. Minute 30 to go here in the first half. Ball on the 17-yard line, and they are so close they can feel it. They have 4 turnovers. Abilene has scored off 2 of them. The last 2, Clay Center forced a punt after one of them, and then fumbled that punt, and then forced another punt after that, and that's where we are right now after the touchback on the punt. Clay Center has marched 64 yards down the field. Griggs in motion, handoff up the middle, Fitzenmeyer, and he's not going to get anywhere. He does fall forward for about 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Brought down by a host of Cowboys, brings up 3rd and 5.
Clay Center trying to go with a little bit of speed here. Clock under 1:10 now. Griggs in motion, comes back, and a flag. They're probably going to get a legal motion on this one. Ebert around the end, down to about the 7-yard line, but I'm pretty sure this is coming back. I think Ebert was moving at the same time Griggs was, and it is a legal motion on Clay Center, so the ball's going to be moved back, and that play is negated. White Hat making his way to the press box.
Legal shift on the off. Replay 3rd down.
We'll replay 3rd down after the 5-yard penalty. With a minute 2 to go here in the first half. So a big, crucial 3rd down here for Clay Center. And also a crucial 3rd down for this Abilene defense to try to keep Clay Center 2 scores away. Clock running under a minute. In motion, fake, dump pass over the middle, into the end zone, touchdown, Clay Center, Cade Wallace to number 16, Anthony Atkinson Inniking. And Clay Center finds a way to get it done here. A play-action pass with 45 seconds to go now gets them into the end zone. 20-12 now, and Clay Center appears to be going for 2. Wallace under center. No motion, takes the snap, pitches it out, far side, Ebert. He's got a lot of room to cover, and he's going to get in. 2-point conversion is good. 14-20, Clay Center now after the 2-point conversion. He had to cover a lot of ground. He bobbled the pitch and found a way in to the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 14-20, 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Clay Center with a lot of life now. Defense is playing strong, and now their offense is firing on all cylinders after that drive. And Clay Center uses a cannon to let everybody in town and in the county know that they just scored. It's a very loud cannon. I feel like it's a fireworks mortar shell, but it seems a little louder than that. But with 45 seconds to go, this game has completely turned a corner now. If Clay Center wouldn't have gotten in on that drive, this would be a completely different game. And it would be most likely it would be 20-6 going in to the break if Abilene would come up with a stop. But instead, it is a 6-point game now, 14-20. Clay Center right there. And at halftime, you can bet that Coach Todd Rice is going to talk about turnovers being a big factor in this score. Low line drive kick by Lane. And O'Neal on the return. Check that. Trevor Horner on the return.
Ball returned by number 3, Trey Horner.
And he will get out to the 29-yard line which is where Abilene will start the final drive, most likely, of the first half. 39 seconds to go here in the first half. And quarterback Ryan Wilson and company will come out to try to get into the end zone and maybe take that momentum right back from Clay Center here with just under 40 seconds to go. Shotgun, 2 receivers either side, Base in the backfield with him. Fake handoff, and Base is going to lead block for Wilson. Wilson tackled after a gain of 5. They wrapped him up at the line of scrimmage, and Wilson just kept driving and got 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. The clock now under 25 seconds and ticking. Abilene showing no sense of urgency right now as they are, I think, planning to just take a 6-point lead into halftime here as 2 receivers either side. Shotgun. Wilson takes a snap, big handoff once again, and they're just going to try to run the clock down with this one. And they're going to get a massive holding penalty here. The entire crowd I saw it, and I don't think it's going to matter much. 1 second to go. If you're Clay Center, you probably just decline this penalty. Abilene went out of bounds, so with 1.2 seconds to go, they're going to get one shot to chuck the ball all the way to the end zone. So we're going to get to see Ryan Wilson's arm, most likely. Clay Center comes out in a prevent defense. 4 safeties. Going to have probably 3 linemen, and they're going to go with 4 linebackers and 3 linebackers and 4 linemen, and then 4 deep. They're going to let the clock run out here. And that's the half right there. 14-20. Clay Center with a lot of late life. And Abilene and Clay Center will go into the end of the first half with a 6-point ball game. And we will be back with second half action here on Eagle TV when it comes to it.
First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Plant Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go Pro Faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop. Located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today. First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are seconds away from getting the second half underway here in Clay Center. It's been a great ball game here tonight between these two teams, Abilene and Clay Center. Abilene comes in 5-0, Clay Center 3-2. Both teams like to run the ball. They don't like to pass it very much. The big story for this game, though, has been turnovers. Clay Center has 4 of them. They have fumbled 3 times, and they threw an interception on their very first drive of the game. And Clay Center got a very late touchdown in the first half to bring it to a 20-14 score. And that's where we sit right now as Clay Center and Abilene are getting ready for second half action. And I said it at kickoff, it's a beautiful, beautiful night for football right now. And these two teams are taking advantage of it for sure. We are about 2 minutes from kickoff here. And Abilene and Clay Center have fought very hard so far in this game. It's been a joy to watch. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you're here with me on Eagle TV here tonight. And it's about 56, 57 degrees, and the wind is not even registering. There's not wind at all. Clear skies and a beautiful, beautiful night. It's going to keep dropping. By the time this game's over, it'll probably be around 50 degrees. But without a wind, the 50 degrees does not feel that bad. It actually feels really good. And if you're down there on the field playing in full pads and running around, it probably feels fantastic right now down there on field level. But these two teams are battling it out. 6 points is the difference here. And Clay Center, I can imagine their talk at halftime was keep up the defensive intensity and hold on to the ball offensively. If you get rid of 4 turnovers, Clay Center might have the lead in this game, but they've turned the ball over twice in very inopportune times. Both of the times, one of them was an interception where they were driving down the field. They had moved the ball very effectively. They had gone 30 yards before they threw an interception that was returned for 70 down to the 4-yard line. And then the second one, they were on their own 20-yard line, and they pitched the ball off of Adam Ebert's helmet, it looked like. It kind of went off his shoulder pad and his helmet, and then Abilene recovered that one. So 2 times where Clay Center was very close to possibly getting into the end zone. They gave the ball back to Abilene. The other 2 were just fumbles at very inopportune times. One of them was on a punt return, and they dropped the ball. And the other one was just another bad pitch where they lost it on the exchange. And if you get rid of those 4 turnovers, this is probably a completely different ballgame than a 20-14 score. Abilene might be 5-0, Clay Center might be 3-2, but these 2 teams, it's a great rivalry, and it's one of those games that it doesn't matter what the records of these 2 teams are. This is going to be a great game every single year. And we are in store for a great second half here on Eagle TV between Abilene and Clay Center. Abilene will be receiving the kick from Peyton Lane and Clay Center. Very short kick. This is taken at the 20-yard line. Around the end, has a little bit of a crease. It's number 6, Michael Linguano. And there's a flag that comes in from the back. And we'll see what this penalty is. Might be a holding penalty from where it came from. We've got 2 flags on the play, one on the near side, one from the back. There's a holding call on the offense and a personal foul face mask on the defense. I'm waiting the ruling. I know there's a holding and I know there's a face mask.
Holding, turn team. Personal foul, face mask on the kicking team.
And they will offset the penalties. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line for Abilene. Ryan Wilson in the pistol formation with Bass and O'Neal back behind him. Couple hard counts and a handoff to O'Neal. End around. Breaks a couple tackles, breaks another one, and he's got a first down once again. Abilene moving the ball with some authority on their first play of the second half. Gain of 11 and a first down for Abilene.
On that play, good for an Abilene first down.
Abilene seem to take more time than Clay Center just because Abilene huddles up, but I think it's about the same. They both like to run the ball, so they try to use a little bit of clock in between each play. And a fake handoff to Bass, and Wilson will keep it. He gets a block, gets another one, breaks a tackle, can't break the second tackle. And I think they're going to get Ebert with a horse collar here, even though he grabbed his jersey. Waiting the call here. And they're going to wave it off, and that's the right call. There is no horse collar on that. That was all jersey. He wasn't even close to the neck of the pads. That would have been a very, very questionable call right there by the official. That was a great tackle by Ebert just to try to get him down by anything that he could. So Wilson and company come out in a pistol formation. O'Neal and Bass in the backfield with him. Takes the snap. He got a power option. He tries to cut back, and he's stuck at the line of scrimmage. Clay Center comes up big on 1st and 10 right there and drives him back a yard.
Ryan Wilson, the ball carrier, brought down on the play by number 44,
As you heard from the PA announcer, 2nd and 11 now for the Cowboys. And come out in the same pistol formation. Ryan Wilson takes a snap. Fake handoff, drop back to pass. He's going deep. Ball over the middle. And the receiver and the corner run into each other. And they're going to get a pass interference here. Ball intended for Ben Veach.
Number 27, Riley Griggs on the coverage for the Tigers.
They're going to get Riley Griggs for pass interference. They just tripped into each other, both looking for the ball. This is one of those calls that you don't necessarily agree with. It's just if you're a neutral bystander, it's kind of one of those just weird calls of nobody really got in the way of either one on purpose. They just were both looking for the ball. But nonetheless, Abilene's going to get some good field position after this. They're going to get a 15-yard penalty.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty on first down.
And the Clay Center crowd does not like that at all. Todd Rice, the head coach, is arguing with the officials. So Abilene will come back and come to the line of scrimmage in a pistol formation once again. Bass and O'Neal in the backfield with Wilson. Bass just off to his left hip. Handoff up to O'Neal up the middle. And they're going to get a holding penalty, it looks like, this time. A lot more flags have been thrown in the first 2 minutes of this second half than there have been in the entire game. They're going to get Abilene with a holding penalty here, so that almost negates the pass interference penalty. So a 10-yard penalty moves Abilene all the way back again after a holding penalty, back to the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. So Abilene will now have a 1st and 20 instead of a 1st and 10 after a pass interference. On the bright side, you still have 4 downs to work with. A couple hard counts and a snap taken. End around by Wilson once again, gets a couple blocks. Down around the end, makes his juke move, and he almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. He's going to be about 5 yards short of it.
Ball is taken by number 5, Ryan Wilson. Eventually run out of bounds by a pack of Tigers. Gain 8 brings it to 2nd and 14 for the Cowboys.
Abilene player over there, it looks like Ryan Wilson having to tie his shoes. 9:51 here to go in the third quarter. Like I said, a lot more penalty flags have been thrown in the opening minutes of the second half than there were in the entire first half. Can't tell if he's trying to tie his shoe or if he's fixing his ankle brace. Clay Center's got to find a way to get a stop here. They forced the 1st and 20. Now 2nd and 14. They can get a stop here. That'll keep them right in this game. They're only down by 6 right now. They can't afford to go down by any more right now if they intend to try to tie this game up here before the fourth quarter. Pass once again. Shakes a couple tackles. Won't shake the third one as he's brought down just across the line of scrimmage. He was shaken all the way in the backfield, about 10 yards deep. But for Clay Center, Brandon Loader could not make the tackle. Came in from his linebacker position and just couldn't get a hold of him. Wilson is a very, very agile quarterback.
13 for the Cowboys.
Moves around in the pocket very well. Very good at eluding defenders. Bring up 3rd and 13 after a gain of 1. And we're going to get a timeout here for Abilene. And we will once again get a check of your sponsors. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything, with 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th and Salina. And Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. This is one of those hard-nosed games, just like ever when it comes to Clay Center and Abilene. As I mentioned earlier in the game, a big battle going on in the NCAA down in Gypsum between 2 5-0 teams, the Trojans of Southeast Saline and the Trojans of Beloit. Southeast Saline is up 16-6 at halftime. That is the score of that game. It's halftime, 16-6. And out of halftime, 16-12. Beloit has just scored in that game. So a huge game there. Back here, Ryan Wilson drops back to pass. Pass completed. Pass incomplete. It was swatted out at the last second by Riley Griggs. Great defense right there. Ben Veach was once again the intended receiver, and he could not come down with that one as Riley Griggs made a great play at the last second and batted that one out. Another holding penalty. This one is declined. Brings up 4th down for Abilene. We're going to try a little bit of a pooch punt here. And this one's going to go deep. And it's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Abilene did a great job of getting all the way back there and cutting that one off. And it's down at the 1, and that is where Clay Center will take over after the punt. So Clay Center's defense did their job. They got to stop. And now it's up to the offense to try to get into the end zone once again and try to at least tie this game up. At halftime, Smoky Valley 44, Lions 0. Couple scores just from the area around here. Plainville leads Sacred Heart 22-0 at halftime. Sterling leads El Saline 38-6 at halftime. And the Southeast of Saline Beloit game is 16-12. Southeast with the lead in that game. Clay Center just trying to find a way to get off their own goal line a little bit so that they can get something going here. Clock under 8:20 now, and still ticking. Motion from the far side, fake handoff, or handoff up the middle to Fitzenmeyer. And he will get up across the 5-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Ball carried by number 21, Levi Fitzenmeyer. Brought down on the play by number 30, Parker O'Neill. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Tigers.
3rd and 5 for Clay Center. Ball on their own 6-yard line. Motion once again. Handoff faked up the middle. end around. They're going to give him to about the 9-yard line. They'll bring up 4th down. So Abilene making them start the drive on the 1-yard line. Didn't really let Clay Center get anything going here. And that'll force a punt.
Brings up 42 for the Tigers.
You wonder if Clay Center's got a punter that can flip the field for him. It's Cade Wallace.
Tigers is
It is the punter.
Wallace.
And try to get this ball as far as he can. He doesn't get it very far. Down just inside the 45 at the 43-yard line. And that's where Abilene's going to take over here after the punt. .6:42 to go here in the third quarter, almost halfway through this third quarter. Score still stands at 20-14. 2 drives, 1 from either team, have resulted in punts. And a handoff to O'Neal. He's going to take his momentum forward 4 or 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now for Abilene.
5 yards brings it to 2nd and 5.
I formation this time. Wilson takes a snap, hands it off to base, and he's wrapped up. He's going to get a gain of 2, but wrapped up and not able to go anywhere else.
Ball carried on the play by number 35, Carter Bass. Brought down by number 44 for the Tigers, Zeb Bloom. Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 3 for the Cowboys.
So 3rd and 3 and a big 3rd down it is. Clay Center can try to regain a little bit of momentum here as trying to move some pieces around is Wilson. And he's going to take it himself, and he's going to get the first down, it looks like. He does get the first down. Took it around the end himself.
Number 5, Ryan Wilson, the ball carrier for Abilene, brought down on the play by number 66, Jake Wynn. 3 yards on the play, good for a first down.
So Abilene now gets a little bit more life as they have another first down. And a shotgun with 2 backs on his hip. Wilson's going to take this one, power run, and he's going to get nowhere. He's going to get about 2 yards out of it. But Clay Center snuffed that one out very well. And get a stop after a gain of 2. So 2nd and 2. It's really hard to be a running offense when you're running out of the shotgun. You start 3 to 4 yards back from the line of scrimmage already. Yes, you get a head start, but it also gives the defense time to see what you're doing before you have a chance to even get to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers far side, tight end on the near side, running back on his hip. Wilson in the shotgun. Drops back to pass, looking deep downfield. Receiver open, overthrows him. That's Parker Bass. Couldn't quite catch up to that pass.
For number 15, Carter Riley. Coverage for the Tigers coming from number 18, Peyton Lane.
I formation this time from Abilene. Pitch to the outside. He's going to drop back to pass. He's got the quarterback Wilson open on the far side. Makes a move. Not going to get far enough. A little bit of a trick play there.
From number 30, Parker O'Neill, to number 5, Ryan Wilson, is complete. Shoved out of bounds by number 25, Adam Ebert. 5-yard gain on the play.
And they're going to give him a very generous spot here. They're going to have to bring the chains out to measure this one. Couldn't see the sideline to see where he actually went out, but it looked like he was a little further back than that. But this is going to bring up fourth down regardless, 4th and inches, and I'd assume they're going to do a quarterback sneak or hand it off to who else than Parker Bass or Parker O'Neill.
That play just short brings up 4th down and 1 for the Cowboys.
So Clay Center has to find a way to get a stop here. They're going to line up in a wishbone formation as Abilene. 3 running backs deep, and I don't think they're going to use any of them. I think this is going to be Wilson the whole way, and it is. Sneak, and he's got it.
That ball kept by number 5, Ryan Wilson, falling. Good for a first down.
Score out in Hayes in the third quarter. Dodge City leads Hayes 37-7. Wishbone formation once again here. And a handoff to Logan Iguano. Spins off a tackle, and he's going to get about 8 yards.
Ball carrier, number 34, Logan Iguano. Nine yards brings up 2nd and 1 for the Cowboys.
Once again, Abilene going to stick with this wishbone formation. It's working for him right now. Handoff. Outside. Going to gain just enough for the line of gain, but no more than the 10-yard line.
Parker Bass brought down the play by number 20 for the Tigers, Caleb Mendo. Good for a Cowboy first down.
So Abilene marching on this drive here. Just 2.5 to go here in the third quarter, 20-14. The score has stood since halftime. Wishbone again. Handoff. Base. Far side. Around the corner. Gets a block. And the official has a flag. It's a touchdown, but there's a holding penalty.
By number 35, Parker Bass.
And the official gets a standing ovation here from the Clay Center crowd. They've been asking for a holding penalty all night long, and they finally got one. So they will mark it off. Ball should be back to about the 20-yard line, and it will go to the 18. So it'll be first down and goal from the 18.
And with that, it'll be first and goal from the 19-yard line.
And out this time to O'Neal. Same play, other way. Fumble! And Clay Center looks like they're on it. And they are. Clay Center recovers. The first mistake by Abilene all night long. And it's a fumble on the 2-yard line by Parker O'Neal. Clay Center will take over. And that's a huge sense of life for Clay Center here. They needed something like that to happen, but once again, they are pinned very, very deep in their own territory. They're going to give it to him on the 3-yard line here. With 2:05 to go here in the third quarter. Handoff up the middle, Fitzmeyer. He's going to get about 5 yards. Cade Wallace trying to get the signal. Motion. Handoff up the middle once again. Fitzmeyer. This time he is thrown down to the ground by O'Neal at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier for the Tigers, number 21, Levi Fitzmeyer. Gain of 1, about 3rd and 4 for the Tigers.
Clock under a minute now, and it's about 3rd and 3 now. And here's the handoff once again, Fitzmeyer, and he's going to have enough for the line to gain. First down, Clay Center.
Number 21, Levi Fitzmeyer, ball carrier. Throw high, tackle play, good for the Tiger.
So we've gone all third quarter without a score. 20-14, the score at halftime. 20-14 is the score right now. And Clay Center's looking like they're going to keep the ball all the way down into the end of the third quarter, and they're going to have a chance to score going in to the fourth quarter to start it. Fake handoff up the middle. Ebert is stuffed in the backfield. Parker Bass gets back through the line of scrimmage and drops him for about a 10-yard loss.
Pitch is complete to number 25, Adam Ebert.
And that'll bring an end to the third quarter. And we'll go into the fourth quarter with that action right there. 20-14 is the score. Clay Center ball after an Abilene fumble, and they're trying to get down to the end zone to try to tie this ball game up when we come back after a short break.
910 KINA and 99 KG is your #1 source for a calm during the storm. When Kansas weather threatens, the Eagle Radio Storm Team prepares you before the storms arrive. We know severe weather because no team has covered it longer. Instant access when it matters with a live video stream of the storms at SalinaPost.com. Dedicated to keeping you safe and always one step ahead of Kansas storms. 910 KINA and 99 KG.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth quarter about to get underway here in Clay Center, and we have had one whale of a ball game here tonight between Clay Center and Abilene. 20-14 is your score right now. Clay Center was the last team to score, and that was going into halftime. And right now, Clay Center has the ball after a huge fumble by Abilene on the 3-yard line. Clay Center started to march a little bit, got a first down, and then on the first play after that, Adam Ebert got dropped in the backfield for a loss of 8. And that's where Clay Center will take over on the 9-yard line. And they've got to go all the way down the field now to try to score. Good part is they have the clock on their side. They still have 12 minutes to try to get in there. Bad news is they've had some trouble holding on to the ball in big situations here tonight. They've turned the ball over 4 times, and it's cost them. Wallace takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws the ball to the outside, and caught. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
And that pass is complete to number 18, Peyton Lane.
Peyton Lane, the receiver on that play. Motion outside. Cut up the middle. Back across the 20. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 4.
Ball carrier for the Tigers, number 27, Riley Griggs.
Riley Griggs was the one in motion around the end. I'll be interested to see what Clay Center is going to do here. It looks like they're going to punt.
4th and 2 for the Tigers.
Wouldn't be surprised to see some fireworks here, though. Clay Center needs some magic. Muff the punt real quick on the snap. And that ball is going to roll on down to the 43-yard line, and that's where it will be downed with 10:10 to go here in the 4th quarter. Clay Center's got to come up with another big stop here defensively to try to get the ball back and score to get this game tied back up at the least. If they score and kick a PAT, they take the lead, but they can't afford to give up anything here to Abilene. Wishbone once again. Abilene fakes the handoff. He's got a receiver. Veach is wide open. Veach makes the catch. He's off to the races. Makes a move around. Griggs spins out. Down to the 5. Touchdown, Abilene.
Pass is complete to number 4, Ben.
Ryan Wilson. 57 yards for a touchdown right there. Completed to Ben Veach. Riley Griggs was the one on coverage, and he just did not see Veach go straight past him. He was focused in on the run opportunity out of the wishbone. Great play action right there. Sucked all the defense in, and Veach, all he had to do was leak out the top, and the rest is in the end zone. 2-point conversion attempt. Somehow gets it off, does Wilson, as he's being tackled. Completed to Parker Base. A 2-point conversion good. Abilene 28-14 now. So Abilene gets the ball after a punt, and on the first play from the 43-yard line, 57-yard completion from Ryan Wilson to Ben Veach into the end zone, and then the two-point conversion from Ryan Wilson to Parker Bass makes this a 28-14 game. The game clock just under 10 minutes to go. Abilene will be kicking off again for the first time since they scored in the second quarter. We had yet to have a kickoff since halftime. Another very short kickoff. This one muffed by Lane, gets a block, end around, tries to get around another one. He loses the ball out of bounds, but Clay Center will retain possession. Got stripped that time.
Ball taken by number 18, Peyton Lane.
The strip was caused by
That will go out of bounds at the Tiger 25.
Logan Iguano over there on a kick return, got to the end and got his hand on the ball and punched it out. So Clay Center will come out. Handoff up the middle is fumbled. Wallace gets back on it, though.
Fumble recovered by number 11, Cade Wallace.
So after the fumble and recovery, 2nd and 11. This handoff, a lot cleaner up the middle, and Fitzenmeyer is down across the 40-yard line, first down. Fake handoff up the middle. Wallace takes this one himself down to the 50-yard line.
Number 11, Cade Wallace, the ball carrier. Brought down on the play by number 81, Tucker Robinson. 8 yards brings up 2nd and 2 for the Tigers.
The clock under 8:20, ball on the 50. Play center. Handoff up the middle. Fitzenmeyer's got some running room. And he's going to get down to the 35-yard line of Abilene. So much misdirection in such a small quarter. It's so hard to find the ball. And that's why some of these running lanes open up so quickly, is that Abilene over pursues to one person and the ball's already been handed off. Drop back to pass over the middle, completed. Across the middle, that's Peyton Lane on the reception. Good for a first down.
Number 18, Peyton Lane. The reception is complete.
Cade Wallace, after throwing an interception on his first pass of the day, back in the first quarter, since then is 3 for 3 with a touchdown. Seven and a half and ticking now. Clay Center trying to eat up some yards now in the passing game, it looks like. Handoff up the middle. Fitzenmeyer is going to get about 3 yards.
Ball carried by number 21, Levi Fitzenmeyer. 2 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 8 for the Tigers.
Run up the middle, and no gain. Clock now under 6:40, and Clay Center is just kind of running the clock down.
On the play by number 65, Logan Reichman. Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Tigers.
And around, down inside the 15-yard line to about the 13, but that'll still bring up a 4th down, and the clock almost to 6 minutes here. Clock does stop, though, but Clay Center is forced to go for this. This is 4th down territory from here on out. Now that you're down by 2 scores and extra points. And we're going to get a timeout here by Clay Center. Todd Rice needs to talk this one over with his team before they try to go for it here on 4th down. And we will get yet another check of your sponsors here for this coverage of Eagle TV and football on Eagle TV. Bob's Pawn Shop, East in Salina, where you'll find the largest selection of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much, much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway in Salina. And all aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus, fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 785-493-2394. So if you're looking to have a little bit of a party, get together for maybe an ALDS, ALCS game, going to watch it somewhere, make sure you get a call to the Bouncer Express. But here, it's 28-14, Clay Center trying to find a way into the end zone to try to make this a one-score game. 6 minutes to go, 28-14, Clay Center, 4th down here. Trying to just draw them over with a hard count. Abilene fell for it early on in the game, but they are not falling for it anymore. And a pitch, end around Ebert. Can't get there. Abilene makes the stop. 4th down, no good. Turnover on down. Abilene will take over. Just a tick under 6 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
No gain will bring up 1st and 10 for the Cowboys.
So Abilene will take over on the turnover on downs with just under a second, under 6 to go. And around the end, Logan Iguano gets around, he breaks the tackle, he's free, down to the 40, he's up to the 50, he's off to the races. Riley Griggs, he makes a move around him to the 30, 25, 20, brought down at about the 15-yard line. Huge run by Logan Iguano.
Ball carrier number 34, Logan Iguano, brought down on the play by number 71, Jonathan Kramer Rainbow. 70 yards on the play, good for a Cowboy first down.
So after a huge run by Logan Iguano, Abilene threatening to score once again and break this game completely wide open. As there's a conversation over on the far sideline with the chain gang, trying to figure out the chains, it looks like. Maybe got tangled up a little bit. Handoff. O'Neal up the middle, breaks one tackle, can't break the second or the third one. And he gets down to the 10-yard line after a gain of 8.
30, Parker O'Neal. Gain of 7 yards, brings up 2nd and 3 for the Cowboys.
And after really no action in the end zone in the entire third quarter, Abilene scored in a lightning bolt in the fourth quarter after a punt right away on a 57-yard pass, and then they got a 58-yard run from Logan Iguano around the end. They got him down here, and Bates just plows over Griggs to get a gain of 5 yards and another first down. And this will be 1st and goal now for Abilene with 4:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. 28-14 is your score.
Brings up 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Abilene just kind of taking their time, letting the clock work its magic as much as they can. 1st and goal, ball on the 5-yard line, wishbone formation. They've been in this formation for a long time now. They got into it about the middle of the third quarter and just haven't deviated from it at all. And that's why right there, as Parker O'Neal around the end, 5 yards, touchdown. Abilene once again from 5 yards out. Parker O'Neal. And that makes it 34-14. So 4:23 to go. Abilene strikes again. The officials trying to sort out the penalties here.
Good ball. False start on the offense.
And I call a false start here on Abilene. It'll back him up just a little bit. And with Sprouse's leg, how short his kickoffs are, backing him up 5 yards might be a struggle. He has had very short kickoffs. I'm not doubting his leg at all. I think he just gets under it way too much. And it's a really short kickoff every time, and his field goals look the exact same, where he's just kind of very much on the end of it. And this one, he bloops it straight up in the air and somehow gets it inside the upright. Looked like a punt. He just punted the ball for an extra point. Nonetheless, 35-14 is your score. 4:23 to go here in this game. And Abilene, in the last 6 minutes of gameplay, has turned this game completely around. It was looking like Clay Center had a chance. It was 20-14, and then all of a sudden Abilene scores 2 really quick in the fourth quarter. Okay, checking your sponsors here once again for Eagle TV. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hazmat Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Make the smart choice. The bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. And also, First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Kick way up in the air once again. Lane takes this one. End around, gets one block, makes a move. Can't get past the next tackler, and he's dropped to the 36-yard line with 4:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. So Clay Center will take over here on the 36-yard line. Cade Wallace brings his offensive unit back out onto the field. Griggs on the far side, and Adam Ebert on the near side. And Levi Fitzenmeyer back behind him. And Griggs gets the handoff. And he's taken down after a gain of about 2 yard lines. It gets to about the 40. Clock now under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Drop back to pass. Wallace looking for some options. Has none. Makes a great duck under move and another spin move, but then gets tattooed by Parker O'Neill. What looked so promising ends up being almost nothing as he got lit up by Parker O'Neill. And he looks a little shaken up. I mean, he got hit right on the head.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 5 for the Tigers.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 now. And the clock now to 3 minutes. Handoff up the middle, Levi Fitzenmeyer. And he is upended after a gain of about 1. No more than 1.
Ball carried on the play by number 35, Gavin Siebel.
And the clock just continues to roll.
For the Tigers.
Clock down to 2:25 now. Up the middle, Fitzenmeyer just stuffed on 4th down, and Abilene will take over once again on downs. Clock stopped at 2:09.
Down by a pack of Cowboys. No gain on the play. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Cowboys.
Abilene will take over on the 45-yard line of Clay Center with 2:09 to go here in the fourth quarter, leading 35-14. Wishbone again, handoff. Logan Iguano stuffed. Going nowhere. He got about 2 yards and then just got stood up by 3 different Clay Center Tigers.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9 for the Cowboys.
And on that tackle, Hunter Mullen and Gavin Ware were 2 of the main culprits on there. And a minute 35 now to go. Abilene looking for a 1st down, and then I would assume they would probably kneel it. Here's the snap, end around, Parker base. He's got some space. He's got some wheels. He's got some power. He's still going down to the 15-yard line. 119 now.
Ball carried on the play by number 35, Parker Pace. Tackled on the play by number 25, Adam Ebert. .27 on that play, good for an Abilene first down.
And the clock starts to roll, 1:14 and counting now. Abilene kind of giving some high fives, of celebratory high fives after they break huddle. And I would assume they're just going to let this clock roll out. They're in victory formation. Riley Wilson takes the snap and takes the knee. So Abilene, after they get one more kneel down in, they will move to 6-0 on the season. And Clay Center moves to an even 500, 3-3. And Abilene will kneel it down one final time. Takes a snap, kneels it down, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Abilene, after a shaky third quarter, ends up scoring twice in the fourth quarter and taking a 35-14 win. Clay Center riddled by turnovers in the first half. They had 4 in the first half alone, and that makes it difficult for any team. They moved the ball pretty effectively, but just turned the ball over at very inopportune times, and Abilene was able to take advantage of all of them. Abilene with 1 turnover on the day, and it was a fumble where they about scored. So this score could have been a lot worse, but they fumbled the ball on the 3-yard line on the way into the end zone. But nonetheless, Abilene still comes out on top. Ryan Wilson, Parker Bass, and Parker O'Neill with huge nights for the Abilene Cowboys here tonight on the ground. And Wilson also through the air. Another one getting in on the action. Logan Nguano came in, a sophomore for Abilene, came in, and he ran the ball very effectively as well. And for Clay Center, Cade Wallace had a very good game. Aside from 1 interception and 1 fumble that was caused by a bad pitch, he had a very solid game. He was very aware. He had very good field vision. He knew what he needed to do. He ran his offense very effectively. Also, Riley Griggs was very effective on the ground as well, along with Hunter Mullen and Adam Ebert were all very effective. But the player of the game for Clay Center is Levi Fitzenmeyer. That man ran the ball very effectively all night, up the middle, around the end. He was very active defensively, and he definitely knew what he was doing when it came to running the ball up the middle. He was very powerful, very aggressive, and he was ready for anything. For Abilene, Parker O'Neill is their player of the game. He was very effective on both ends of the field. He did all of the running. He did a lot of the running for him. He was very effective, got up and down the field, broke a huge run in the first quarter, and he was also their most active defender on the night. Your final score, 35-14. Abilene moves to 6-0. Clay Center to a 3-3 record. And that will do it for tonight and Eagle TV. I am Connor Geese. I was joined by Brian Dennett and David Hawksworth. We're my producer and cameraman. Thank you for joining us tonight, and have a great evening and a great weekend.
First Bank Kansas, banking made personal. Locations in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, and Hutchinson. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. ADI Systems, providing toner and ink for printers, on-site laser printer repair, and cell phone or device repair. 628 North Broadway, Salina. Bob's Pawn Shop East in Salina, where you'll find one of the largest selections of handguns, revolvers, ammunition, and much more. 925 West Lincoln in Salina. All aboard the Bouncer Express, Salina's newest party bus. Fully licensed and insured, available for any event. Book yours today at 493-2394. Cold weather is coming. Is your vehicle ready? Stop in and let the pros at Bud's Tire check it out. Bud's Tire, Clay Center, where you get the best service possible. Make the smart choice and bank where you can find understanding and help for your personal and business financial needs. Clay County National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Commercial Tire Center, where service is everything. With 2 locations, 2144 West Crawford and 2324 North 9th Street in Salina. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store, now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. CTI John Deere is your agricultural, commercial, and consumer dealer in North Central Kansas with 4 locations to meet your needs. CTI John Deere, leaders in their field. Eliminate those bugs when you call Hassman Termite and Pest Control in Salina. They'll take care of your pest problems. Kawasaki of Salina, your authorized Kawasaki, Land Pride, and Green Mountain Grill dealer with a full service shop located at 632 South Ohio in Salina. Go pro faster at North Central Kansas Technical College. Hands-on skills, high-tech careers. Visit nckTC.edu today. Orthopedic Sports Health Clinic of Salina. Quality orthopedic care when you need it. Experience counts since 1973. Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas is committed to bringing you the best in residential and commercial doors, openers, and accessories. We have the door to fit your style, your budget, and your needs. Your career begins here at Salina Area Technical College. Check us out on the web today